Field Trip Friday, and today we are focused on one of my favorite seasons, Thanksgiving, which means pies. This is something that we do every single year for Thanksgiving. Me and my mom, I'm in her kitchen right now. She's going to be helping me today teach you our favorite pumpkin pie recipe, which is super, super easy to make. And this is one of the things that we've always enjoyed cooking every single year is our pies. And it is my great grandmother's recipe, handwritten on this beautiful chicken recipe card in her little recipe box, which is so super fun. And the three pies that we make are pumpkin, apple, and pecan. And if you've ever had my mom's pecan pie, it's literally to die for. It's my great grandma's recipe. I know people that hate pecan pie and they say that that is the best pie in the whole wide world. So we will be taking orders for pumpkin, pecan, and apple for all of my past, current, and future clients in the real estate market. So today we're going to do a pumpkin pie recipe that we love. And so the first step is obviously go buy your pie pumpkin and then cut it in half. And then we took out all of the seeds so that we could bake them and eat them later, which made for a really cool, fun fall snack. And then you cut the pumpkin in half, put it down flat so the skin is facing out and the insides are down, and you cook that in the oven at 375 for 40 to 50 minutes. So something very simple, very easy, and then you'll have a little snack for later. And then you put 2 cups of pumpkin in your bowl for your pie. So you simply just clean it out of the pie or the pumpkin shell. I'm like, I've never called a pumpkin a shell, but pumpkin shell. And so you mix that up there, get it nice and smooth. So you have 2 cups pumpkin. And then we add 2 eggs. So I'm gonna have my mom put the eggs in the bowl for y'all, and then you're gonna beat your eggs. And while she's putting the eggs in there and beating the eggs, we're gonna make our pie crust pretty. So this is one thing I like to do. You can either home make your pie crust, or you can simply buy one in one of the frozen sections, which is and kind of give it just a nice little lattice look. And I just take 2 fingers and kind of squish them together. And so you have a nice, even, pretty crust. And that'll look really nice in the presentation. Alright, so after you beat your eggs and you got your crust set in here, you want to preheat the oven to 425. So we're going to do that right now. We preheat our oven to 425. And after we beat our eggs, we're going to add our pumpkin. So you got 2 cups of pumpkin. We're going to add our ground nutmeg and cinnamon. So I like to kind of go heavy on the cinnamon and nutmeg. I think it makes it kind of a little bit more spicy and fun. But if y'all want to use other spices, you're more than welcome to do that too. Always do a little pinch of salt. I like to use the pink Himalayan sea salt, which just gives it a nice clean flavor. You can also add ginger and clove as well. And if you have essential oils, you can always do a drop of essential oils in there too, which really gives it a nice bright flavor. So for the nutmeg, I usually do kind of like a handful. Like a good palm full. So about like that. Dash that in there. And then for the cinnamon, I do about 3 palmfuls. I love me some cinnamon. And then we do 1 cup of dark brown organic sugar, which is Wholesome brand. organic dark brown sugar. That just makes me feel a little bit healthier every time I have sugar that's organic.
Did you put salt in?
Gotta put some salt. No, didn't put some salt in there. And this one's just funner to look at too because it's pink. Alright, about 3 crunches of that. If you have a shaker, and then we're gonna beat it up real quick. It's 12 fluid ounces in case you're curious about that. And then we're going to pour it in while we're beating, which is important. All in there. Keep beating it, make sure it's really well mixed. So what you're going to do then is kind of stir it around, make sure you get the sides all good. We'll pour it into the pan. We'll put it in the oven for 425 for 15 minutes. And then you actually reduce the temperature to 350 and then continue baking for about 45 minutes or until you can stick a fork through it cleanly. You don't want to overfill it, especially if you have, you want to do like a cookie sheet underneath it in case it overfulls or anything like that too. I always like to be safe than sorry. And then we're going to put it in the oven very carefully because it's going to be very full. So make sure no kiddos or animals run around while you're trying to put that in the oven. Alright, so it's going to bake, and then when we take it out of the oven, it's going to look like a beautiful pumpkin pie. And so I always like to put it in the fridge, keep it chilled, and then do some whipped cream on top of it. You can either make your own whipped cream with some heavy whipping cream or good old Reddi-wip, which is always delicious. So I hope y'all learned something. Y'all are excited for Thanksgiving and spending time with your family. I know I am. We want your pie orders, so let me know which pies y'all want and the Pie Fairy will come to your door. I hope y'all have a great weekend and y'all had a happy Halloween, and we're going to have a great holiday season because it's finally getting cool this weekend. So I'm super excited. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Bye!